What's going on, guys? It's UNSCaustralia here. Now, the other day I was playing through the Halo campaign and I came across this particular enemy that just would not let me through. No matter what I tried, I just kept getting shut down by them, and it took me forever to get to the next checkpoint. And I thought to myself, you know what, this is going to be the most difficult enemy in Halo. But then I wanted to put it to you guys on Instagram and on Twitter and ask you guys what you thought the most difficult enemy in Halo was. And you guys made me realize there is a lot more, and some of them are even harder to deal with than the one I was seriously struggling with. So today I want to make a top 5 most difficult enemies to deal with on Legendary. So this list is going to consist purely on enemies that you see in everyday campaign missions. It's not going to include those boss level fights like Warden Eternal, Tartarus, or any of the bosses that you see in Warzone Firefight. Also guys, this is just my personal top 5. I'd love to hear what yours is. So after this video is finished, don't forget to put your top 5 down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get straight into this list. Number 5, Elites. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably going, UNSCaustralia, what are you talking about? They're insanely difficult to deal with. And I do agree with that, but they're not as difficult as some of the other enemies you face in Halo. With Elites being able to dodge grenades so effectively and roundhouse kick you if you get too close, and don't forget about those energy swords, they are really tricky to deal with. But on the other hand, they are somewhat easier to deal with than other enemies. They seem to just kind of hang around their designated area and not really chase you down that much. And when they do that, if you have a long to medium distant weapon, you can just pick them off in a hallway. So that's why they make it to number 5. Number 4, Brutes. Now, the reason I find Brutes a little bit more difficult than the Elites is for a couple of reasons. One, they take a lot of damage to actually kill one of them, and I feel like they take more shots than what an Elite can take. Plus, if you happen to kill one of the Brutes in a pack, the other ones will go berserk, and a berserk Brute is really difficult to deal with. They come at you head on, and they just swing away, knocking the living shit out of you. But the reason why they're not higher up in this list is because when they do go berserk, they make really bad choices. Sometimes you can just stick them with a grenade, or if you've got an energy sword, you can just straight up slice and dice them. Or if you jump up on something high, sometimes they can't even get to you, and you just shoot down at them. Number 3, Knights. Knights are really difficult to deal with, guys, and especially on Legendary. Sometimes you'll be hanging back, taking pop shots at them, and you finally get their shields down just for them to teleport away and heal themselves. Other times you'll be trying to get away from them, and they teleport into you and just slice you up with that energy blade that they have on their arm. Not only that, Knights always have their partner sticking pretty close to them, the Watchers, and those Watchers make them even more difficult to deal with. They can put out an energy shield to block incoming damage to them. They can also regenerate some of their health that has been lost in a previous fight. They can catch your grenades and throw them back at you. Plus, if you happen to have actually killed a Knight and the Watcher is nearby, they'll actually come over and revive the Knight and make you fight them all over again. And with all that said and done, the Knights actually do have some flaws in them that you can take advantage of and actually win engagements quite quickly. Their teleporting patterns are kind of easy to read. Some of the Knights will actually do a certain stance before they teleport into you. So if you take a few steps back or boost backwards, you can have them teleport straight into you. You can just use a shotgun straight to the face, or even get behind where they'll teleport and try and assassinate them. Number 2, Jackals. Now, when I say Jackals, I mean pretty much all the Kigia family. So that's including skirmishers and the ones with the shields, plus the ones that are the most annoying, the sniper Jackals. They are seriously frustrating to deal with, because most of the time there's not a lot you can do about them, unless you've got a long distance weapon or a medium to long distance weapon, like a DMR, a battle rifle, or some magnums. And one of the most annoying thing about Jackals is they can just snipe you out of nowhere without any warning. Just ask Cat. Oh. Was that too soon? And sometimes, like this little example that you're watching now, they will spawn trap you. And it can be the most frustrating thing in the world, causing you to pretty much rage quit, walk away from the game, never to return. Because, you know what, that is freaking annoying. Like seriously, what the hell? What was I meant to do? Every time I tried to do something different, they just snipe. Okay, I'm going, okay. Deep breath. I actually did pass this level in the end, so it's okay. I'm fine with it. I've moved on. Number 1. The Flood. Now, no, this probably comes to no surprise at all to anyone that knows Halo. The Flood have to be the most difficult thing to deal with. Why? It's because there is just so much of them and so many variants of them that the cluster of the Flood is pretty much just death all round. Like for instance in Halo CE, they can pretty much pick up any weapons they find on the ground. That's including shotguns, one-hit kill. Rocket launchers, a one-hit kill. And let's not forget about those little carrier forms that if they explode near grenades, it causes all the grenades to explode. And that makes for one really unhappy UNSCaustralia, especially when he's trying to do a getting that achievement video and it makes him stay up to all hours of the night, getting really tired and everything like that. But in Halo 3, there was a type of Flood that could actually transform. It could turn into the tank form. It could also turn into that little spider form and that other one that sits up on the roof and just shoots needles at you the whole time. I can't remember what they're called, but god damn it, they suck. So there we go guys, that's my top 5 list. Do you agree with what I put in there? Do you think there's some that missed out and should have been in there? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to hear your opinions guys. And like I said at the start, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Alright guys, well I'll catch you all in the next one. This has been UNSCaustralia, out.